Thank you, everyone. It's quite a journey from country and western disc jockey to host of Dateline NBC. It's another story for another time, but you would love it, trust me. Anyway, it's my pleasure to be here and to welcome friends, distinguished guests, citizens of New York City, and airmen of the world's greatest Air Force. I am honored to be your master of ceremonies for this very special occasion today. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to four illustrious individuals who share the stage with me today. To my immediate left, please welcome Dr. David Winters, Executive Vice President of the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum and the President of the Fallen Heroes Fund. To his left is the Fire Commissioner of the City of New York, the Honorable Salvatore Cassano. Next, please welcome General Edward Rice, the Commander of the Air Education and Training Command. And finally, please welcome the Secretary of the United States Air Force, the Honorable Michael B. Donnelly, who is host of our ceremony today. Welcome to you all.
What does it take to organize something like that and to get everyone involved on the same page?
Well, we've been working Air Force Week planning for over a year now, and we've got great support from major commands like Air Education and Training Command. There's an amazing display down there that our recruiters use, Command Center Alpha, very interactive. We've got the supercars down there and an F-16 right here on the Intrepid on the pier.
The New York Yankees played the Red Sox in Saturday night's baseball game. Staff Sergeant Brad Sisson takes us to the field.
I'm here at Yankee Stadium kicking off Air Force Week, New York City. The New York Yankees hosted General Edward Rice Jr., the Air Education and Training Command Commander, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, and the Portrait and Courage Airmen. The event started with the Portraits and Courage Airmen being honored, followed by the national anthem, which closed with the Air Force Thunderbirds flyover. And finally, General Rice walked onto the field and delivered the ceremonial first pitch, which was a strike.
Well, I have the great honor to throw out the first pitch for the game, and it's, as I said, a great honor for me. Been a Yankees fan for a long time, so this is a great way to represent the Air Force.
For more coverage on Air Force Week, visit airforceweek.af.mil.
In a world that never sleeps, for a nation that has always stood for freedom, there are watchful sentinels. Brave men and women who respond when disaster strikes and render aid and compassion when no one else can. And in a world of protracted conflict, they leave loved ones behind, take up arms, and face down an enemy that cares nothing for freedom. These are not actors, and this is no movie. This is your United States Air Force. Through 6 volumes, Portraits and Courage has illuminated the valor and sacrifice of some of the nation's finest airmen. Volume 7 introduces us to 20 more. Meet Master Sergeant Angela Blue, Staff Sergeant Trevor Brewer, Captain Barry Crawford, Senior Airman Veronica Cox, Captain Jennifer Curtis, Tech Sergeant Travis Delaney, Captain Daryl DeLeon, Lieutenant Colonel Carl Ingeman, Staff Sergeant Christopher Jarrell, Staff Sergeant Kyle Clapperidge, Captain Blake Luttrell, Tech Sergeant David Michael Perez, Tech Sergeant Scott Sains, Staff Sergeant Jeffrey Salazar, Staff Sergeant Vanessa Salzl Bibb, Staff Sergeant Travis Sanford, Staff Sergeant Ben Sekel, Tech Sergeant Matthew Schwartz, Master Sergeant Christopher Oriarte, and Master Sergeant Kevin Wallace. These are the airmen of Portraits and Courage.
I'm here at Air Force Week, New York City with the Portraits and Courage Airmen who are being honored for their valor. Can you please tell me briefly who you are and why you're being recognized?
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Tech Sergeant Bibb. I'm currently stationed in Lackland Air Force Base. I went on a PRT mission to Afghanistan for 9 months. and while there, took on some different missions to include FET, being attacked a few times, but I guess that's kind of the short of the long of why I'm honored to be honored.
Thank you.
Ma'am.